Hey loves, welcome back, and today I am sharing my honest opinion about the Oura Ring after having it for about a month now, and how I have used it to track my fitness and overall just wellness. Let's get into it. You'll see me unboxing the Oura Ring here, and you'll see what all comes in the package, which is just the ring and a charger. Now, the Oura Ring, I got it in silver, and let me explain. I got it in silver because I'm wearing it on the finger with my wedding ring, and I think it just kind of made sense. And plus, silver is the cheapest ring compared to the gold or the matte black and all of that stuff. The second thing is I got it because my Apple Watch just crashed. All right, I don't even know how that happened. I put it back on my arm just recently and attempted to power it on. Like, it just totally crashed out. The screen went black after coming on and just like going off within seconds. So I was like, you know what, enough is enough. I kind of didn't want to wear a watch anyway. Like, my Apple Watch is a little bit more casual, so sometimes I don't want to wear that when I'm out and about. So I was like, you know what, I need my fitness tracker. That was what made me go for the Oura Ring instead. It was a little bit more discreet, a little bit more fashionable as far as, like, you know, just the aesthetics of it. So the ring is what I chose. 5 ways the Oura Ring has helped with my overall mental wellness. First one is the sleep readiness. Second one is the daily readiness score. The third one is the cycle tracking. The fourth one is the gentle activity tracking. And the fifth one, that's the mindfulness boost that I didn't know I needed. Starting with my sleep. I did not know how much I was, not understanding about getting good sleep and prioritizing sleep. So I will say, with the Oura Ring and the app, I see so much data that I didn't even know existed in reference to how well I am sleeping, how long I am sleeping, how restful I am when I wake up from a night's sleep. So you'll see here me going through the app and show you the sleep and all of the details that the Oura Ring gives you in reference to how well you sleep, how long you can sleep, getting REM, light sleep, deep sleep, what they mean, the differences between them, and why it's important. So you'll see that, and I am understanding now how sleep is just so important. And now I think that I'm actually able to see the data. Mentally, it has done something to me because now I'm so much more focused on, okay, I gotta get to bed at the same time pretty much, or start winding it down at the same time, start preparing myself so that I can get in the bed and get the sleep that my body needs. So that's the first thing, sleep. And in the mornings when I wake up, I'm able to see a sleep score, which tells me how well I actually slept, how well that plays into the sleep I got, how well that plays into my overall readiness score. And it is so important because honestly, if I didn't sleep well, my readiness score may be low, and it contributes to the fact that I feel like, today is a little funky. I'm just sluggish, I'm not feeling whatever, like I'm kind of off. And so when I look into the data, it's like, okay, you didn't get a good night's sleep. You moved around in your sleep 15 times compared to, the other night. So I think the sleep data has definitely changed just my perspective now on sleep, quality sleep, getting it, and why it is very important. Also, with the sleeping, in the app, I'm able to see what contributed to me getting a good night's sleep versus what contributed to me getting a bad night's sleep. So let's just say, for example, last night, actually, I had a glass of wine before bed. And it wasn't really like before bed, but it was about a good hour or so before bed because it was with dinner. And I realized, even though I felt like, oh my God, I was ready to crash after having that wine, I was wind down, feeling good. But when I looked at my sleep score and looked at what they described as when you have either late workouts or if you have wine or anything like that before dinner that increases your metabolism, like it works against your sleep. And I realized this morning when I saw that my sleep score wasn't the greatest and there was a contributing factor, I was like, oh man, you know what? I had a glass of wine last night, and looking at the description of why that was, I was like, oh, that makes sense, right? So I just think that overall, changing kind of, my mindset around sleep, and then also changing my mindset around what I need in order to get better sleep is just, it's on the forefront of my brain now where it was not before. So cycle tracking, okay, so this might be TMI, but I actually use the cycle tracker heavily on my iPhone. Okay, well, I used to. Let me start there. When this comes, so that I can be prepared. If I'm traveling, I need to have all that I need to have with me. I wasn't playing around. Now, the interesting thing is that since I've been in Germany, I have changed my birth control. And so I'm on this German brand of pill, which is amazing. And I have not had a cycle for the last 165 days, which is great for me. So I'm not necessarily tracking a cycle anymore, but I would like to see the data surrounding just the energy and mood shifts throughout the month as if I was having a cycle. Like, I want to see the trends in the data that is presented with me wearing the Oura Ring, how my body changes compared to when I was having a cycle. So I will say, for that reason, I'm looking forward to the data that comes from that as a woman over 40. The daily readiness score. So I touched on this already when I talked about sleep tracking. So the daily readiness score is just a culmination of like all the data combined, and it says how ready you are to tackle the day. Now, the readiness score is something that I think helps me to not push through burnout, right? If my readiness score is low, that means something is off. Whether I did not get a good sleep and I'm just stressed or whatever the case may be, I'm not ready to take on the day because I don't know what the day is going to bring. And it's telling me that my body hasn't recovered. And if it hasn't recovered, me taking on more and more throughout my day, or just going through a regular day and not knowing what it is going to consist of, could bring extra or added stress to my life that I don't necessarily need. So with that being said, I no longer push through. Like, I take a break, I rest, I sit down, I relax, I call off work if I need to. That's what this ring has shown me, and like, I don't know, just pushed me to do. And as a mom, a wife, a creator, like, I don't want to push through anything if I don't have to. I want to be able to rest and relax and just do what I want to do without feeling guilty. And that readiness score, it definitely it empowers me to do that, I'll say. So gentle activity tracking, all right, without the extra obsession of all the things that come up when you have other trackers, or like I'm using the Peloton, not the Peloton app, but the fitness app on the iPhone, and it'll pop up and show you all the rings, show you if it's closed, show you you need to stand, all of these things, right? So the Oura Ring is a little less obsessive in my opinion. It does track the fitness, and I'm able to, like, if I do my Peloton walks or workouts or whatever, I'm able to see that on the Oura app as well. Okay, it pulls that data in and shows that yes, I walked for 45 minutes this morning, my heart rate, the steps, all of that, right? It does show that, but it's a little less obsessive, and it doesn't beep and bing and show me all of the diagrams and things that say, hey Sparkle, you're not doing. Okay, so I will say for that, it is it's a good gentle reminder. Now, if you are a person that you're more obsessive and you want to work out, you want to see the diagrams, you want to get all the data, all the beams and bings and text and all of that, then yes, I will say that the Apple Watch is a little bit more aggressive when it comes to notifications and letting you know that you're not getting the movement you need, or you're not as active as you need to be. So with that being said, because I'm using the Oura Ring with the Peloton app and my Apple Fitness kind of all together, it works well. So when I want to see all the diagrams and all the tracking and all the noise, I'm able to see that on the iPhone fitness tracker, and a little bit more data on my Peloton app as well. But this is a good gentle reminder, or just graph or a notification that says, hey, you've moved today and here's what you've done. So I do like that. Now, I have seen people say that they would love to see more fitness tracking and data and all of that. I'm not a person that really cares as much about that. I just want to have proof that I have moved and what I have done. That's kind of my only deal. So if you're wanting more from a fitness tracker, if that's the goal, if that's the focus, to totally just have, this thing track all your fitness, heart rate, steps, mountains climbed, and swim miles, swim, whatever, you may not get as much data as you would be hoping for using the Oura Ring, okay? So keep that in mind. And the last thing I'll say is gentle kind of meditations and moments to pause and take a break for self. The Oura Ring does give that as well, or offers that as well. So it has all kinds of little meditations that you can take throughout the day just to get a moment to self, to kind of unwind, to center. I do like that. Now, I enjoy using that just as an alternative, but I am a Peloton app meditation girly. Like, I love my Peloton app, and I use that to do my sleep meditations at night. But I will say I'm using this more and more because it's just the ease of having it readily available, and it's already tracking everything that I needed to be tracking as far as the sensors on my body. So I think that this is a really good way to get meditations in and get notified that it's time for you to step away and take a moment for self. So I will say that those are the reasons why I'm actually loving the Oura Ring right now. As a woman over 40 who wants to track her fitness and overall just wellness, I think this is a very good option. Now, I will say I didn't speak as much about cost. I did say at the beginning that this ring is a little bit on the pricier side. Silver was the cheapest, and I think I paid 300 and something euro for the silver one. Now, you also have to pay a subscription to have the full data on, accessible to you from the ring. If you don't want to have the full data and you just want to do the basic tracking, I think you can still do that without the subscription. But the subscription is, I want to say, like $5 and something a month, and I just did the annual subscription. So I'm paying a subscription. I paid the annual subscription for the Oura Ring, and I pay a subscription monthly for just the Peloton app, which is like $12, I think, per month. And I actually just reduced that subscription because I had the all access pass, because I have the Peloton bike and tread, but I'm not using it. Right, the tread is at home in the States and the bike is here with me, and I don't use it as much. But with the $12.99 app plan that I got, I'm able to take 3 classes, I want to say a week, or is it a month, with the app and my bike. So it kind of works out. So you just have to, I say all that to say, consider the subscriptions, what different devices you're using, and how they're going to play in work for your lifestyle. So if you're thinking about investing in the Oura Ring, I hope this helped. I will say that it has been somewhat of a game changer in just revealing to me data that I did not know I needed to understand about my sleep and fitness and overall wellness. So I can appreciate it for that. So let me know if you have any questions. Drop a comment. Let me know if you have the Oura Ring too and how you're loving it or not. And until next time, bye.